Hello and welcome to another WGG Smith 23 cast of Heroes of Newerth. For this game, we've got Team tdM versus Team SG Stay Green. I believe this is the HonTour Cycle 5 Grand Finals. So this is the first game in their best of three, or actually it'll be a best of five with tdM having a 1-0 lead, coming from the winners bracket. So they're going through the bans and locks really fast. Legion bans out Fade and Ophelia. Hellborn gets rid of Moon Queen and Draconis. Kind of surprising that they didn't get rid of Keeper of the Forest or Wild Soul, which do get immediately locked up. The Wild Soul gets locked up by tdM, and with a Keeper Tempest coming out from Stay Green, Wild Soul you gotta think is probably gonna be tdM's first pick once they get to the lock pick phase, just because he's so strong in the games. He's just really hard to shut down in that suicide lane. He can just continue to get farm against one or two or three heroes up there. You can't stop him from getting farm or levels, so he's just really strong. Keeper of the Forest and Tempest, really good junglers slash with Keeper at least suicide laner. Master of Arms, which Stay Green has been running as a carry a lot lately on Slicks. And I know tdM likes to pick him up as either like a support or a secondary support. Kronos and Blitz are kind of odd picks here at the end. I kind of want to say that those are just kind of the throwaway picks, throwaway locks. But so they got to the banning phase. First off is Wretched Hag. Other than Wild Soul and Keeper of the Forest and Tempest to some degree, so there's a few heroes that can play the suicide role, but Wretched Hag is definitely one of the best remaining heroes. Zephyr, he's kind of been coming back onto the scene lately. Just gets real tanky, can push, do a lot of damage. Engineer getting banned out, just a really strong support lately. Empath, who has been getting a lot more playtime than she had been recently, putting her inside of a carry like Draconis or Silhouette, or the Dark Lady has been picked up some, but just a really big damage boost to your carry makes them really scary. Or even, I've seen an Empath inside a Zephyr with the speed boost to keep Zephyr near people, and the Essence Link to heal up Zephyr just makes him even more tanky. Soul Reaper and Pebbles are the final bans coming out. Soul Reaper I've seen in a few games. I would say they might tdM might expect SG to push, because Soul Reaper's really good at pushing, especially if you get early farm and levels on him. And actually, oh yeah, there was an Ophelia ban. Oh, she was in the blind bans, of course. So, but yeah, it works really well with an Ophelia. Just all those heals coming out. The Mented Shaman gets picked up first from tdM. Probably one of my personal favorite support heroes. I think he can just do so much. And he's really versatile with however you want to lane him. He can solo a lane pretty well. He can actually dish out a lot of damage, and he's hard to kill one-on-one because of his Unbreakable and his healing wave. And Entangle early can do a lot of damage and slows people down. Or you can play him as a pure hard support and just go the unbreakable healing wave route, and just really adds a lot of survivability to your carry. Aluna and Rally coming out for Stay Green. Rally is a hero that's been getting a lot of play lately. He usually ends up going mid because early levels, fast levels on a Rally is really nice to have. Get a fast level 6 for his ultimate can really burst some people down. Aluna has been a pretty staple pick lately for support. She has a lot of early game damage with her power throw and a nice single target stun with her Emerald Lightning. Bubbles and Deadwood picked up by tdM. Bubbles has been a really strong suicide laner for a long time, or a really strong mid laner too, if you can afford to put him there. I mean, he's a really strong ganker. He can do a lot with farm and levels, but he's also really good in the suicide lane, just not dying. Deadwood, I don't think that I've seen tdM run Deadwood lately. I know that Stay Green has, though. Swindle really likes picking up the Deadwood for just burst damage, kind of like a Pebbles. Yeah, you get fast blink dagger, fast portal key, and just pick off heroes around the map. But it's kind of the same thing with Rally, except that Rally can solo mid against a dual lane pretty easily with his compel. He's just really hard to kill. Silhouette, the last pick coming out for Stay Green before this lock picking phase. Probably the best ranged carry left in the lineup after banning out Draconis. It's usually either Draconis or Silhouette. Sometimes Master of Arms, but of course he was in the lock picking phase. That's actually really strange that tdM would pick up Master of Arms. They just really value him that much instead of the Wild Soul. I mean, I guess there's no real reason that Stay Green can't pick up Wild Soul, put him in the suicide lane, go like something Wild Soul Tempest, have Tempest in the jungle, Rally. You could even do Rally Aluna mid with Silhouette top. Silhouette usually, Silhouette against the Bubbles. Keeper of the Forest and Wild Soul. So I mean, basically the same thought along the lines of a Wild Soul Tempest. I'm really surprised by that first Master of Arm picks by tdM. They could have had a Wild Soul or a Keeper of the Forest, but I guess they just and you could probably assume that Stay Green wasn't going to go with the Master of Arms pick because they already had Silhouette, and when Stay Green uses Master of Arms, they usually run him in a hard carry mode, and he goes on Slicks. So they already had Silhouette, who you have to think that Slicks is going to be playing. So really strange pick. I guess they just didn't want Wild Soul on tdM, which is just kind of odd. We do have all 5 Legion heroes coming to this bottom lane to maybe try and protect their pool spot. We just have one lonely Rally making his way. Might run into trouble here. They probably don't see each other yet. Tempest, who has elementals, so even Bear spots out the entire Legion. The Bear will actually go down. That could actually really screw up Keizu on this Wild Soul. If this Bear goes down and he can't summon it back, which 1, 2, 3 seconds I think is how long it takes. But yeah, so that's a good bit of gold for Bubbles there. And without that bear for another 50 seconds, Wild Soul can't pull the creeps back to his own tower to safely suicide lane. So that's actually a really big deal. That was really good on tdM's part for taking out that bear. Really is gonna. I mean, it'll only really affect the first wave, maybe two for Wild Soul, but still, that's a fairly big deal. Especially you've got Master of Arms and Demented Shaman down here. Um, so I mean, they're gonna be really aggressive towards him to start out with. Silhouette does get pulled up some regen in the top with Bubbles making his way up there, but yeah, they're just keeping Wild Soul well away from the creeps without his bear, which he just summons right there. Actually, this actually might not work out too poorly for tdM. They've got two ranged heroes to try and counteract some of the bear. We've got a Deadwood Rally mid, so they're probably just gonna farm up until see who hits level 6 first to kill one another. And we do have the Luna coming up top. Really not needed all that much against just a solo Deadwood in mid. I don't really feel like Rally Aluna would be able to kill a Deadwood because he is a strength hero, so he's got a little more life. So yeah, she might be better off up top, getting Bubbles more out of farm and experience range than he normally would have been. You see, Wild Soul does have his bear back. There was the pool by Demented Shaman. Wild Soul using the bear to leash the creeps. Gonna bring them back to his tower. So far, nothing too crazy going on. They are just farming up. Wait, who's winning here in mid? Actually, Deadwood. Deadwood is really crushing Rally and CS, which makes sense. Deadwood with his Oak Bolt move allows him, and a hatchet. So he hits really hard. Even Rally with that battle experience to give him extra damage on his auto attack. Even that doesn't quite, it pales in comparison to the Oak Bolt. A little damage down on this Wild Soul down here. He's dropping pretty low. Not gonna go down, but really good pressure from Master Arms and Demented Shaman. So good on them for at least trying to contain this Wild Soul a little bit. Honestly, I feel like Master Arms is real low on mana now, so they probably won't be able to kill him anytime soon. Wild Soul does have this Ward of Sight up down on the pool, so Demented Shaman did only get that one pull off. And actually, here's a really nice ward to block this hard camp here. So Tempest is really actually, how's his farm doing? He's still at 260 GPM, even though they're blocking 2 of his camps. So he's really only got 3 camps to work with. Kind of surprising that he's doing that well in gold. Compared to this Keeper of the Forest is a really fast jungler, and he's just got this one camp blocked up here. So you would think that maybe he'd be doing better in creep score than Tempest, but not so much. Tempest just such a strong jungler. Rally will get this rune top. I will say that I think that Rally will have a bit more rune control than Deadwood. With that compel move, he can push himself to the runes. like a little bit of a hag blink, so that's how she gets real good rune control. But yeah, just a lot of CSing going back and forth. Wild Soul getting some good levels back at his tower. I believe his bear has gone down, but he does re-summon it there. So let's see, he's level 4 and Master of Arms is actually level 5. So he's been having some issues. Oh, there, Luna came mid. Might be able to get this Deadwood. Compel is up in 2 seconds, but a nice snipe out by Luna to take out Deadwood. So a good bloodlust kill. Wild Soul just doing the ancient camps in between waves that he can get. But yeah, so Luna just not much to do top against the bubbles. He's just real hard to kill. He is only level 3 going up against his level 6 silhouette. A lot of damage going down, but brings him down to about half. But yeah, so good rotation coming out from Z-Freak. Nice rally ultimate, but even better Master of Arms ultimate. A good turnaround from this Tempest on the rally to get the counter kill. So Stay Green had a really good plan there for taking out Deadwood between the rally compel and seismic slam with an Aluna power throw and stun, but just Deadwood or just Tempest rolling in from the jungle plus the Master of Arms ultimate on top of that really just saved his bacon and a good turnaround kill. We do have a push coming down up top from Keeper of the Forest. I'm actually surprised we have Noob G on the Master of Arms, so not how that was one thing I remarked on earlier, that I was surprised they picked up Master of Arms so early. But at that point in the draft, they really didn't have a ranged farming carry like a Silhouette, and from the lock picks. So really, Master of Arms was their only real option for a ranged carry. So if they wanted to go that route, they were kind of shoehorned into picking him. Seems to kind of be working out for them. They've got a real strong push coming down with the Tempest Elementals and Demented Shaman Master of Arms down here. The tower's dropping to below half health. See if Wild Soul's Bear is ready to be resummoned. I'm a little surprised he's not using it to defend his tower a little more. But we do have Rally and Aluna rotating bottom to maybe try and stop the push, but it doesn't really look like tdM is going to push much harder. Let's see, do we have any significant item pickups? The Slicks on the Silhouette just has his steam boots up. Maybe something on the courier coming out to him, but doesn't. He might have something in his stash, but not a lot of gold there, but good GPM on him. Top farmer in the game is that Tempest. So again, just even with warding a bunch of the camps, Tempest just such a strong jungler. Just can't really hold him down. Got Silhouette up here, pulling a double stack to get the creeps back under her control after pushing that tower up top. Might have a little action mid depending on if this rally wants to try and go on Deadwood with Aluna to back him up, but it doesn't really look like it. Let's see, Demented Shaman, still no boots, seems to be suffering a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you would think with the fairly easy start he had, just him and Master of Arms up against a solo Wild Soul, that might at least have those boots up, but apparently not. I mean, Luna's got. Oh, she did get Bloodlust kill, so Bloodlust gold to boots is pretty helpful. We do have Keeper being level 8 now. So I would kind of expect him to maybe pretty soon come mid to try and push that tower. Maybe try and bait out a team fight with Keeper of the Forest ultimate, or maybe try and get a kill on Bubbles up top with Silhouette, but Bubbles is just really hard to kill, so I kind of wouldn't expect that. Really, Wild Soul's been having a tough time. Only level 6. GPM only 174. So, and this tower is probably gonna go down. Might be able to deny it with the bear, but no, good stun coming out to make sure that that tower doesn't get denied. Noob G on that Master of Arms playing that carry role, finishing off his Ghost Marchers, getting the tower kill. So that'll be a nice boost of gold for him. But yeah, Wild Soul really has been kind of shut down this game. Now, the one thing about Wild Soul is he can recover fairly well. I'm just really only 19 creep kills. I mean, a lot of those probably have been from the ancient camp, but here we have a Ward of Revelation coming down from tdM, so that'll stop the ancient camps from spawning. But yeah, really, Wild Soul just had a tough time against this bottom lane, the Demented Shaman. I think they put a lot of effort into killing his bear whenever they could, and a Wild Soul without a bear, you know, see here, he doesn't have it for 20 seconds, so Wild Soul without his bear loses a lot of his strength in lane, but really he's just not having a very good time. We got a Rotten Grasp coming out, but it won't hit Rally. I do think that even if Rally was hit by the root, he'd be able to compel himself out of it to try and stay away from that Deadwood ultimate. No one likes being Willowmaker right in the face. It's not a good time. See, just kind of a lot of just passive farming coming out from both teams. Scores, the hero kills are only at 1-to-1. We have Tempest actually level 10. So Tempest really doing some good farming, highest GPM and XP in the game, tops for both of those charts. So he's really showing his strength as a farmer, and a hero kill under his belt. So yeah, Tempest is yeah, I mean, such a strong pick. There's just so much he can do for your team. Pretty strong ganks, but you know, he also farms very fast, and pushes really hard, and that's even not mentioning his team fight presence. Tempest does go for this Astrolabe first, so that kind of says to me that they're more interested in pushing and less interested about team fights to start with. I do generally like Deadwood taking out this Wild Soul, the farming the Ancient. Did see the Master of Arms ultimate going down to take him out quickly. But yeah, I guess I kind of wonder, they might have just assumed that he was over there. Deadwood just ran over, used the Willowmaker and the Rotten Grasp and took him out. Kind of surprised that that Keizu on that Wild Soul went down as easy as he did. I mean, granted, yeah, this is a level 10 Deadwood against a level 8 Wild Soul, but I didn't catch the whole thing, but I'm assuming that he was in his bear form, which makes him pretty tanky. We've got maybe a little action going down on the Luna. Bubbles uses the ultimate, takes him out real quick with the double damage. and ports out of there before anyone can stop him. So really nice kill onto that Aluna from Bubbles. Now Bubbles, who is level 7, so kind of behind, but he was in that suicide role. So that kill, a solo kill right there, will really help his levels and farm. We do just have Wild Soul doing these ancient stacks or ancient camp over and over, which I guess I'm a little surprised of. It just doesn't seem like it's doing all that much for him. He's still only at 180 GPM. I just feel like I mean, he's level 8 and he's got 3 points into the bear, 4 points into the passive, but I don't know, he just doesn't take out ancient camps all that fast. So it just doesn't seem a very efficient way of farming. He does have 2,400 gold saved up. I guess I would imagine that he's probably saving up for the Sacred Relic to eventually go the Mock of Brilliance on his Boo Boo Bear. We do have a Rev Ward coming down here from tdM. I'm not certain if actually, yeah, that Ward of Revelation can see this Ward of Sight here from Stay Green. Demented Shaman doing a little behind enemy lines to take out that ward. Really, no one over there that could have stopped him, but that is always kind of one of the terrifying things is as a low-level support hero trying to take out a ward, and you know that they people generally don't appreciate that, so they'll probably try and defend their wards pretty heavily. We do have a portal key on Deadwood, and he is level 11, so this rally really might want to... Oh, and the compel is down. I'm actually kind of surprised that Deadwood didn't try and go on him. I mean, Rally does have 1,500 life, so certainly not the easiest target to take out, but if his compel is down and you've got a 2 and now a 1 level advantage, you think that that might be a good time for Deadwood to jump. Boo Boo just continually doing these ancients with a little help from Aluna. I'm really expecting Deadwood to kind of go on Rally at any moment, but doesn't really seem like it. Silhouette is farming really well. Hungry Spirit and Firebrand up on Silhouette here at the top, so she's had pretty much free farm. It's still just a little bit behind Tempest in gold per minute category, but still doing pretty well. We do have that. I don't really like that skin for Keeper of the Force. It makes him really hard to see when he's invisible. So it just doesn't really stand out as much. But yeah, so Silhouette finally overtaking, or no, that's experience instead of gold. But nope, she's just a little bit ahead of Tempest there. So I suppose that's one of the things for Stay Green and tdM. tdM, I mean, they do have really good farm on their Tempest, and their Master of Arms too. So and really only great farm coming out for Silhouette. Really good farm on Rally and Keeper of the Forest as well. And then finally Wild Soul breaks 200 gold per minute, but he's still just really not having that great of a time on that Wild Soul. So not as scary a pick as as maybe everyone thought. So maybe tdM kind of knew what they were doing. They weren't real concerned about Wild Soul. They are applying a little bit of pressure to this tier 2 tower. Wild Soul should be able to hold it off just fine. 3,200 gold saved up, so should be getting that Sacred Relic very soon. Can assume that he'll have a Maka Brilliance not too long after that. It will be coming up a little later than maybe kind of wanted. Oh, this rally's in trouble. Compels himself away, but he does have the Tempest Stun still on him. I do believe the Rotten Grass is still down for Deadwood, though. So good getaway from 3 or 4 heroes rolling mid lane from Legion, but nice compel from Rally to get him out of there. He does have that Helm of the Black Legion up, so, and Steam Boots on strength. So he's definitely gonna be kind of hard to kill. I believe that was just a Assassin Shroud picked up by Master of Arms. So if I had to guess, I would assume he'd go for a Genjuro after that. Yeah, that is a Assassin Shroud. So maybe kind of going a carry Master of Arms, but also a bit more bursty to go along with the Deadwood to pick people off. A Deadwood to jump in, blink in, and ult, and then an invisible Master of Arms there to kind of follow up. A little teamwork to clear these ancient stacks. And tower, but while they're doing that, tower in mid might go down. The glyph is used, but I don't think that's really gonna scare him off. So Legion ends up taking out mid tower. Bubbles does just pick up his portal key. We do have this ultimate orb, or blessed orb, up on Silhouette, and so have to think that a Geometer's Bane is going to come out real soon. This is a really strong push team from the Legion. There you see the Astrolabe used by Tempest to heal up those elementals. Plus, saw the healing wave from Demented Shaman, who is really only has only level 7, 3 points in Entangle and 4 in healing wave. So kind of a more aggressive build. Master of Arms throwing down that goo, and they're just slowly kind of pushing. Legion or Hellborn team is they actually Deadwood and Bubbles come down to take out that Wild Soul. Tier 2 tower in mid is denied, so that's good for Stay Green. But yeah, Wild Soul getting picked off by both by Bubbles and Deadwood. Bubbles ultimate not even used actually. So yeah, that's kind of another setback for Wild Soul. Just gonna slow him down even more from that Maka Brilliance. He should have it pretty soon. I know he does have the Sacred Relic portion of it. But so only a couple hundred more gold to get before he can get that up. Or sort of the high that goes into Maka Brilliance. But yeah, kind of surprised that Legion team hasn't tried to, or Hellborn team hasn't tried to push this tower mid. Keeper of the Forest is a really strong pusher, and he seems to be going kind of a push build. The Astrolabe and the Plated Greaves. So I would kind of assume, and you know, Wild Soul we know is a great pusher with that Boo Boo Bear. But I guess they maybe kind of waiting for him to pick up his Maka Brilliance before they really start pushing. We do have a Shaman's Headdress and a Major Totem picked up on Tempest. So really kind of going more the Battle Tempest, and Tempest does finish off his Barrier Idol. So really, yeah, kind of more of a Battle Tempest, which I'll say. I mean, you do have portal keys on both Bubbles and Deadwood, and a Shroud on Master of Arms. So really, they're not looking for Tempest to start the fights. He's just kind of gonna roll in, and honestly, I feel like, you know, I kind of like this build on Tempest. I feel like when you rush portal key, you're so dependent on your ultimate that's really all you offer, and you're squishy, and you know you're gonna get focused anyway as a Tempest because his ultimate is so strong. That when you don't have any build-up items, you're just gonna die so fast that you're not gonna be able to ultimate anyway. So Legion team does take a tower top, but Hellborn team might respond with a sneaky Kongor kill between the tree and the Boo Boo Bear, and double damage up on Silhouette, so they will take Kongor. So that's good for them. Fairly decent chunk of damage going out on this tier 2. And now I believe that is, Mock of Brilliance on the Bear. So yeah, Hellborn team looking to push this mid lane. That Token of Life, Geometer's Bane, and still got double damage on that Silhouette. Deadwood comes in, jumps on Wild Soul in the back. Wild Soul refuses to go down. Silhouette getting really low, but will come back with that Token of Life. Tempest hasn't ulted yet, but really doesn't have a good chance to do so. Deadwood running away with real low life. We've got Tree coming in. He's already used his roots. Rally goes down. Now this Tree's running away with very, very little life. So really, I would say definitely a one fight there by Legion. It was a 1-for-1 exchange, but Hellborn did have the Token of Life, so they took that out on Silhouette. Let's see, Hellborn did get the tower, so that's good. It was good for them that it didn't get denied. I'm surprised there was no Tempest ultimate used. I mean, even if he's only gonna catch 1 or 2 heroes, I'm still surprised that he didn't use it in the tower defense there. He does have 1,800 gold saved up on that Tempest, so probably I would say a portal key coming out next for him. Master of Arms with almost 2,800 gold saved up. Oh, and Slicks gets caught out. So good pick off by the Legion team. I mean, that Silhouette is most of the damage from the Hellborn lineup. I mean, you do have Wild Soul and his Bear, who are really annoying, but it's still, I mean, really the only damage he's got is the Mock of Brilliance, which isn't gonna kill you super fast. Let's see. Rally has a Bulwark. So good. It's a really good item on Rally. Really makes his ultimate do a lot more damage because that Seismic Slam is physical. He seems to be keeping it on defensive because I mean it's always good to have more armor against the Deadwood. So you know, might switch that to offensive when they're trying to push with the Bear, but right now just trying to keep himself and his team a little more protected from that Deadwood ultimate. Do have a Invis Master of Arms here, who has spent a lot of gold. It probably purchased, finished off that Genjuro. If I had to guess, I didn't see, but we probably see in just a little bit what he spent all that gold on. Oh, or it might have been the Shrunken Head. I don't believe he had that Shrunken Head before. So actually push book on Tempest. So still no portal key coming out. I mean, I would almost say it's gotta be his next item, because after that he really doesn't have much. Good deny coming out from Chessie there on Keeper of the Forest. We'll see if maybe good push book to keep Tempest out of that rally stun. The Demented Shaman ultimate comes out. Rally going down really fast. The Tempest roots, or the Keeper roots. Hellborn trying to turn this fight around, but it seems like Legion team is just really just not taking all that much damage. They're trying to take out this Deadwood down here. The Tempest ultimate does go down on just Silhouette. Rally is fought back. Silhouette getting kind of low. We've got the 3 heroes just pounding on Silhouette. Silhouette goes down. Master Arms running away with his Shroud. So really, definitely a one fight there by the Legion team. They get the tower. They killed Rally, made him buy back. Killed Silhouette, and all they lost was a Deadwood. So really good fight coming down from there. From the Legion team. I want to say that they're just a little bit too durable for the Hellborn team to really take out. I mean, with an Astrolabe and a Barrier Idol on Tempest, you know, that's a lot of healing and damage mitigation for the team. You know, Shrunken Heads on both Deadwood and Master of Arms, and the Master of Arms defensive ultimate. I didn't see it come out, but I would guess that it probably came out there at some point. So that really adds on a lot of shield to target of his choice. So just yeah, it just makes him really difficult to take out in these fights. I mean, on top of that, you've got Demented Shaman with his ultimate, his healing wave, and his unbreakable. Just really making it difficult for the Hellborn heroes to take out the Legion in those fights. We do have a lot of damage coming out on Silhouette, but at the same time, there's only so much she can do. Kind of got focused by, I think it was Demented Shaman, Bubbles, and Master of Arms all were going after Silhouette, and I know Tempest just solo ulted Silhouette, so really just trying to lock him down, which is good for them, because that's where the majority of damage is on this Hellborn team. Wild Soul does have an Abyssal Skull picked up on himself, which is just definitely good. Good for the team. Good for the bear. Good for pushing. Good armor. But not a pick that we see real often. Push coming down on this tier 2 tower. Doesn't really look like the Hellborn are all that interested in defending it. We have a couple heroes here and a port coming in. So maybe they'll defend it, or maybe they'll just try and deny it again. I really hope that's an illusion for Silhouette, yeah. So Legion does end up taking out that tower. Nice Storm Cloud coming from Demented Shaman. Wild Soul getting locked down. A really nice Bubbles ultimate. Again, the Wild Soul's just going down really fast in these fights. This Bubbles getting picked out by the Hellborn. But really good Keeper ult. And a nice Seismic Slam. Tempest getting really low, but he does have the shield on him. Tempest just not going down. Bubbles really low as well. Is Keeper going to be able to take him out? Fight's still going on up here. And yeah, just the Legion team is just too durable, too tanky, too many heals and mitigation coming out from them. I mean, Bubbles, who's just always a hard hero to kill, blinking around, shell surfing, taking cover, got really low, but just they couldn't finish him off. Tempest, who was very low, but using the Astrolabe and Demented Shaman heals, and probably an Unbreakable in there too. He didn't go down either. So really surprising. Yeah, and so Wild Soul, they're really doing a good job of focusing down this Wild Soul first thing. So that's just a lot of damage that Hellborn is missing out on. Kind of leaves it only up to Silhouette, and you know, once Wild Soul goes down, they can just focus on her. So I do think it's kind of interesting. This Tempest is still tops in the game for gold per minute. I mean, I guess not really all that surprising because they've been pushing and he farms really fast. So any downtime that they have is he can just use to farm really well. But yeah, I mean, going into the fights, he had the highest GPM, so I suppose it makes sense that he would continue having really high GPM. Any Barrier Idol is, and Astrolabe. I know Astrolabe has been finished on Keeper for a while, but Barrier Idol finished as well. So that'll help his team be just a little bit more durable in fights as well. But still, team fights, I gotta give a small advantage to Legion still, because I mean, you know, when you've got both teams with Barrier Idols and Astrolabes, you know, but you got Demented Shaman on the Legion team, who's gonna be giving everyone armor and healing up people and applying unbreakables to keep them alive, plus Master of Arms ultimate to you know, just absorb a lot of damage. Hellborn is looking for his Concord kill, trying to be kind of sneaky about it, trying to do it pretty quickly. Legion team definitely does know that something's up. They're not gonna be able to take it, and there is a bound eye on Demented Shaman. Is he around here? Okay, yeah, he was right there. That's again, he doesn't look like Demented Shaman to me. But yeah, so taking out the Hellborn's ward by Kongor, so kind of making it more difficult for them to take advantage of Kongor being right there. Do have maybe a bit of a push. They might just be shoving up the lanes to maybe try and take Kongor themselves. They do have this Word of Sight up here, so they'll probably know if Hellborn and this Word of Sight here in the middle. So they're actually pretty well set up to try and take a Kongor kill if they really want to. Rotten Grasp going down on Rally, and he's gonna go down to the Deadwood Punch. Offensive Storm Cloud coming down on the Hellborn side, and so yeah, tdM's just gonna push up this lane, this Rally down. I mean, that's kind of your big tank kill portal key on. Oh, Rally looks like he bought back. Legion's gonna try and get away before he can pick anyone off. Compels the Keeper forward, but this Demented Shaman probably gonna go down.
What a mess!
But Luna gets taken out as well, so really still just another one fight for the Legion team. They lost their Demented Shaman, but they did take out Rally and Luna and make Rally buy out. So now he doesn't have any buybacks left. So that might come back to bite them later. Hellborn team is trying to get this Kongor kind of out of desperation, I gotta think. Kind of feeling their backs are against the wall. Nice ultimate coming down from Bubbles. They're going on this wild, so I'm surprised that Deadwood didn't ult there. A Tempest ult coming down, but immediately gets cancelled. Tree going down. Wild still pretty low, but just kind of hanging out in the back of this fight. Boo Boo's getting real low. Tempest gets taken out. So SG kind of turning this around. But that Rotten Grasp will stop any pursuit that Hellborn was thinking of. Wow, I'm really surprised. Tempest just picked up a Bulwark, so I guess he's really just not going for a portal key this game. Just not really interested in it. I mean, he has his push book, so I mean, I guess that's kind of his way of initiating. Master of Arms has this Slayer up, so you know, probably gonna go for that Savage Mace here in a little bit once he gets enough gold. Only about 1,000 away, so this Kongor is going down pretty quickly. Boo Boo's coming in to try and slow him down, but he's actually, Boo Boo's probably just gonna go down. So, alright, Bear gets re-summoned. Good ultimate coming down. Actually, Hellborn's doing really well in this fight. Master of Arms hanging out with very low health. He will have his Assassin Shroud cooldown up soon. Hellborn's not gonna pursue him because they really want this Kongor. Kind of nice for the Legion team to get him so low for them. Token of Life is picked up on Silhouette, so it was actually a really good turnaround sequence there for the Hellborn team. They really needed that Hellborn kill. I really think that if Legion team had gotten Kongor and gotten that Token of Life, they probably would have just pushed mid pretty aggressively. But here you can see kind of the power of Boo Boo and his ability to push towers. So yeah, really good fight for Hellborn, and you see that Golden Experience are getting closer to even here. 2,300 gold, 4,100 experience lead for the Legion team. But Silhouette still behind in farm to that Tempest. Tempest just farming really well this game. And I gotta feel like that's making a big difference. Hellborn's courier gets killed. I don't think that there was anything on it. No, nothing too special. So just annoying more than anything. Wild Soul trying to tank up. He's got not only a Sacrificial Stone but Plated Greaves. So yeah, he's noticing that he's going down pretty fast in these fights. You know, he's hard to kill, but Legion team doing a really good job of focusing him down. Rally did just finish off his Demonic Breastplate, so again, a really good team item. Gives him a lot more armor, gives his teammates some more armor, as well as reducing the armor of the enemy team, so maybe, you know, they can do a little bit more damage. Silhouette hasn't, oh, she did pick up a portal key a while ago, so always a really good pickup from her. She's level 20, so she's getting a lot of experience. Tempest is level 20 as well. So yeah, Tempest really farming a lot in this game. Tied with Silhouette in farm all game, so you know, I almost feel like Tempest with this kind of unorthodox battle build kind of making a big difference. I mean, you compare him to the Keeper of Forest, he just has so much more gold. He's just bringing a lot more to the team fights than Keeper of the Forest is. So looks like Hellborn team is gonna group up here. Use Boo Boo to just absolutely destroy this tower really hard. That kind of wasn't even fair. They might just go into the base. They're trying to set up a bit of a defense here. The Legion team is, but yeah, Boo Boo just hates towers, and he's just going to maul them to death. The offensive Storm Cloud coming out from Demented Shaman, kind of gonna push them away. So yeah, Hellborn team is just gonna fall back there. Decided not to fight with minus 20 armor. Probably a good plan. Boo Boo Wild Soul kinda coming out of, well, I guess not out of nowhere, because it's Wild Soul. But yeah, he just really hasn't had a great game. 2, 3, and 5. Only 300 gold per minute, as opposed to, you know, Silhouette, who's up at 400. Actually, wow, really, 300 gold, 325 gold per minute. Man, he really has recovered really well. Hellborn team looking to push this lane. Might just go for the tower. Boo Boo's getting hit down really fast. He will get resummoned, but really good defense. That Savage Mace is finished by Master of Arms. I saw a lot of procs coming down, so that's really doing a lot of work on that Boo Boo Bear. The Legion team is going into the jungle. Good initiation. Nice Tempest ultimate, but a good keeper root. Luna's pounding and damages Tempest. He's going down really fast. Silhouette will use the token of life. Tempest is living with just barely any health. Silhouette getting locked down by both Master of Arms and Deadwood. Silhouette does go down after resurrecting with that token of life. Master of Arms getting low, but might be able to get away. Very, very low. Tempest still just very little health. Rally trying to stun whoever he can, but it's just a little bit too locked up. Actually, did Tempest buy back? Deadwood might be, yeah, Tempest, or, yeah, Silhouette does buy back. Actually, I think bought back and immediately teleported to her illusion. It was near the fight. So actually a really good buyback by Silhouette. Kind of turned that fight around for him. Probably be able to kill this tower. Maybe Rally's taking a lot of damage. He might not make it out of this, and he will go down to that Master of Arms. Tempest might be able to catch someone off with a stun in just a second here. Maybe the Wild Soul. If only he had a portal key, he'd be able to catch people. But yeah, really good buyout from Silhouette that last fight. Kind of turned the fight around, because it really wasn't looking good for Stay Green until that Silhouette buyout, and then they kind of cleaned it up, and it looked like they were gonna have a pretty nice push into the base. But really good defense by the Legion team after that. So yeah, Legion kind of doing a bit of counter pushing on their own. They know that Rally is down for 30 more seconds, can't buy out. Silhouette just bought out not too long ago, so she's poor. You have all your heroes up in here. So yeah, pretty probably easy tower kill coming down. Rally up in 5 seconds. Glyph is used. I feel like this tower they can't really stop this tower going down. Silhouette porting in. Does take an ultimate from Deadwood. Ports out to the illusion though. Keeper ult came down. Deadwood doing a lot of damage. Keeper of the Force just kind of hanging out. Deadwood getting pretty low. Gets that Master ult to run away faster. Looks like Legion team is gonna be totally fine. So they did manage to push that tower mid. So that was definitely good for them. Managed to not lose any heroes, which is even better. So yeah, things looking pretty good for the Legion team. 3,500 gold, 5,600 experience. So yeah, things are looking real good. Another 2,000 gold saved up on Master of Arms. So I probably think that Genjuro will be finished next. Silhouette does have a Slayer, so I would imagine a Savage Mace coming up onto her next. Really no other big items of note. Bubbles does have one health or one Arcana, so you could think that Hellflower would be up on him eventually. He almost has enough gold for a second one, unless he has a third one in the stash. I don't think that it's on the courier, no. So yeah, probably not gonna be getting that Hellflower real soon for Bubbles, but I mean he's had his portal key for a while, and that tablet of command to push him around a lot in fights to keep him out of too much danger. Boo Boo, I do believe that. Where's his bear? I'm fairly certain I saw that he bought a Slayer, so a Savage Mace for Boo Boo coming out. There it is. So yep, Slayer on the bear. So I would say that probably have another Savage Mace. So potentially 3 Savage Maces coming down in this game. 2 on the Hellborn side and 1 on the Legion. So a lot of physical damage. Hellborn team seems to be grouping up to maybe push mid. Or actually up Kongor's up, so yeah, that's they were pushing out the wave, maybe trying to take a quick Kongor. Yeah, really just need the tree minions, Boo Boo and Silhouette. Legion team does know that something fishy is going on. Offensive Storm Cloud coming out from Demented Shaman, and looks like Hellborn team's just kind of gonna fall back. Really don't want to fight after that Demented Shaman ult goes off. Really making them not as tanky as they want to be. The Legion team might be able to sneak this Kongor, but it doesn't really look like it. Just kind of keeping the lane shoved, keeping that threat of Kongor alive. The Hellborn team does have this Ward of Sight, so they'll know if the Legion team is actually trying Kongor or if they're just kind of baiting it out. We do see this Ward coming out from Fitsky. So again, good defensive ward for if they do actually want to try Kongor. So just a bit of a standoff here. This Tempest with a demonic breastplate. So yeah, kind of a battle Tempest coming out. Not something we see real often, but I kind of like it, honestly. Another 3,200 gold saved up, so gotta think maybe man, I don't even know what. Maybe sell the TP scroll and change your phase boots to boots of travel and then get a 6th item, but I don't know. I don't know what this Tempest is gonna go. He has a lot of gold. Maybe he'll get a heart. You know, I'd almost kind of like to see that. Just tanky Tempest. He's been surviving in these team fights really well. Seems like, you know, they're so afraid of the Tempest ultimate, and you know, who wouldn't be, because it's a Tempest ultimate. You do have Tree who can cancel it pretty well, but yeah, with him being so much more tanky than what we're used to Tempest being. Oh, the Deadwood ultimate coming down on the Rally. Rally going down pretty quick. A Keeper ult coming out. Rally will go down. Bubbles ult catches a lot of heroes. Tempest ultimate catches at least 2. Silhouette does go down. Dust coming out. Luna getting really low. Bound Eye on the ground. Keeper is just standing there, can't really do much of anything. Master Arms getting real low too. Bear does get taken out, so he can't burn him down anymore. Silhouette buys back, but can't quite take out Deadwood. Nice and tangle to slow him down. And this looks like Silhouette's gonna go down again after buying out. So I really gotta feel like this is game. The only person that didn't go down was Wild Soul, and Silhouette went down twice. So really, and no one went down for the Legion team. So yeah, they're gonna lose 2 sets of racks here for Stay Green. So I really feel like they're not in a good position at all. You know, they could probably take both sets of these racks, and still Kongor maybe. But Stay Green not giving up just quite yet. Tempest taking a little bit of damage, but you know, doesn't really care because he's Battle Tempest. And this bear is probably gonna chase him till the ends of the earth. But yeah, just just not worth it. Tempest, 0 cares given from that bear. Battle Tempest, just cannot find a care to give. So Hellborn is trying to clean up the shambles of the rest of their base. Let's see, Wild Soul just had 1 Warhammer. So yeah, 1 more Warhammer, and there will be that Savage Mace on the bear. Really, Wild Soul might just be able to pull out a miracle push, just because how well that bear pushes towers. We do have Genjura finished on Master of Arms. Rally Stun misses. Really nice push book by Tempest to get himself out of there, so he didn't take that Rally Stun. If he got hit by that Compel, that might have made a big difference, and the Hellborn team might have been able to push. They are kind of attempting Kongor, but Legion team is all here. Silhouette getting caught out all by herself. She goes down really fast to the combined effort. Tree ult coming down, but yeah, just really not looking good for Stay Green. Master of Arms ultimate goes down. He gets seismic slammed, but oh, he does indeed go down to the rally. But I mean, is it really gonna make that big of a difference? Because rally's probably gonna go down too. Aluna trying to get out of here. Will end up porting away. Tree is just hanging out invis. But now all you have is an Aluna and a Tree with no ultimate to try and defend your base. So it's probably not gonna work super well. You do have Deadwood pushing the top lane, so probably we're gonna have Mega Creeps coming out. They do use Glyph, but yeah, Master Arms is doing a lot of damage. Yep, GG's come out. So that will be game 1 going to tdM over Stay Green, which actually would make the standing 2-0 in the best of 5. So tdM just 1 more game that they have to win. So this has been WGGE Smith 23 doing a shoutcast. I'll see you next time.